Alrighty. Time to do this. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a good day. I hope. I really hope. It never says that I'm streaming. That saddens me. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, now time to share it to people. Alrighty. Oh, that is not the right thing. I am nervous. I'm really hoping that this show goes well. But yes, time for a good show. Okay. We ready for this? Let's get it done. We have some good matches here. For purposes of trying to keep stuff hidden, I will be kind of pausing in between, similar to what TPW is, how they like pause throughout their matches. So I'll be doing that. So yeah. I'm very happy to what's the name? I know. I know, it's just after so much that has just happened, I'd just like to say quickly, thank you everyone so much for supporting ECW and putting in so much time and commitment to ECW. It's something that I'm enjoying to do, and if you guys are enjoying it, then let's keep this going. But yes, pay-per-view time for me to lose my voice. Let's get it done. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ECW Money in the Bank. I'm your host, as always, Scott Silver, coming to you live at the Sold Out United Center at Chicago, Illinois. And we start off
Six-woman ladder match. Making her way to the ring from Norwich, England, Tessa Warren.
Starting off with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match and making a debut, Tessa Warren coming in. We're going to see many debuts here, and as we've hinted at both online and in the multiple different ECW shows, there have been no qualifying matches for either of the ladder matches. Paul Heyman specifically picked the people to be in these ladder matches, believing that he can handpick the next generation. So we welcome Tessa Warren with open arms. The question is, who will be joining her for this ladder match? As we can see there, the briefcase holding above the ring. And who do we have here?
And from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Assassin, Amber Blade.
Amber Blade, known as the Assassin, coming in again, making another debut here. And look at her, meaning absolute business coming in. Me personally, I've seen a lot of these women come and go, running the indies, running multiple different matches. We are definitely in for a treat. Whether they walk out of this Miss Money in the Bank or not, we will definitely be seeing them on ECW programming, and they are going to be, sorry to quote Sheamus, but they are going to deliver a banger after banger after banger. We have two. The lights have gone out, and that only means one thing. The icon, the closest thing to a Barbie we will receive in wrestling, Tiffany Stratton.
And from Prior Lake, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton again has kind of run ECW's women's division, other than the champion Tegan Knox, trying to be the kind of backstage authority figure for the women. But that could very much change if she loses here tonight. She could easily be run out of ECW quicker than she came in. And now, seeming like we're getting debuts left, right, and center. But first,
And from Las Vegas, Nevada, Zoe Stark.
Zoe Stark, one of the most technical, gifted wrestlers on the ECW roster. And you can only imagine how people like Tiffany Stratton and Zoe Stark are coming into this match, versing the new blood, versing these new talent, this new roster. They have nothing on these new competitors. They don't know how they're going to act. They don't know what they do in the ring. So it's going to be interesting to see how Zoe Stark and Tiffany Stratton try to deal with these newcomers. Are we getting any more newcomers? We patiently wait to see who's coming out. Zoe Stark waiting patiently in the ring.
And from Moscow, Russia, the Unbreakable One.
The Unbreakable One, Zoya. Obviously, another descendant, another child of one MC coming in to try to capture that briefcase. One of the most physically gifted acrobats that I have ever seen step foot into the squared circle. We will definitely see what power she can deliver for this match. So we have 5 women, and we are waiting for 1 more. Wait patiently. Crowd in anticipation.
And from Buffalo, New York, the unpredictable Maria.
And when we talk about ECW, we like to talk a lot about the ECW originals, and this is a first. Second generation ECW original, the daughter of Mikey Whipwreck, Miss Maria Whipwreck, comes in. I've seen a lot of what she's had to say online, trying to complete her family's legacy, to do something her father never could, to hold an ECW championship. What an amazing appearance. All of the women are here. They're all set in another match officially underway. But first, since this is a something, that is the wrong thing. Play settings. Nope, that is the wrong thing as well. It's not. We're getting ramp camera for today, by the way. We're getting ramp camera. Alright, back to it. Here we go, immediately Tiffany Stratton being thrown over the top rope to the outside. Same with Zoe Stark. Whipwreck getting thrown up by Zoya. All women right now trying to get this match over before it even begun. Stratton, Zoe, kind of trying to find each other. They're the ones that are familiar with one another. It makes sense as all of the new blood, as Amber Blaze trying to take out. But now look at Whipwreck and Amber trying to work together. Now Zoya being thrown into Tessa Warren. And now Stratton with the kendo stick in hand, and Zoe Stark trying to go that suicide dive, but no one was home. Now Maria Whipwreck throwing her into the ring, and the face plant straight into the canvas. And now look at these women onto the ladder. Stark clearing the announce table to try to put Blade in. Now Tessa Warren on the apron trying to find a good opening. Kind of stuck there as now Zoe Stark and Amber going toe to toe right now. Now Amber, as you can see, going up for another ladder. This could be a very good opportunity for her. Set up a ladder, climb, and take the briefcase off. She looks at Zoe Stark before going up to the ladder. First person to get their hands on the briefcase. But Zoe Stark there to break up her attempt. Getting 2 rungs off. Now Zoe up there. Now Amber getting hoisted off, and now Zoe Stark going for the briefcase, getting another one done. This could be over before we even know it. But just in the nick of time, Amber stops her in her tracks, and only 1 rung on the briefcase remains. Whipwreck gets thrown on the outside, and again, Amber trying to show that power as she using the ladder to her example, getting rid of Zoya as quickly as possible. And now Zoe Stark trying to use that kendo stick, and now sleeper hold. Amber, you can see on Warren able to get out of harm's way. Now Tiffany Stratton feeling some power, and all women back in the ring. Amber throwing the outside. Snake eyes to Zoya from Whipwreck.
Stark to the outside. Warren with the friggin' ladder straight to the face of Zoya as she now hosts. Going up for the briefcase. Can she get it? And she does! Just like that, Tessa Warren becomes Miss ECW Money in the Bank holder. Congratulations, Tessa Warren, as we now move into tag team competition next. And now, as I said, tag team competition. As you can see, the Hell in a Cell structure right there in front of us. Bubba Ray, Devon, the Dudley boys are here.
The following contest is a triple threat tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the ECW Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 595 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
Of course, the Dudley boys, we know, came up short last month at Backlash. Unable to defeat DIY in the steel cage, not being able to capture the tag team championships, but they have not let that feud end. If anything, it grew to the point where another team came into the mix. We have one of the best teams to ever do it, an ECW Originals. Will they be able to do what it takes to capture the tag team championships? They wait patiently. The crowd at their feet in Chicago, Illinois. As the tag team champions make their way.
And at a combined weight of 400 pounds, the ECW Tag Team Champions, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano,
DIY holding the tag team championships. I was able to have a little bit of a discussion with them before the show went on air, and they said that they want to replicate what they did in NXT last year, holding the belts for as long as they possibly can and destroying and challenging as many teams as they can along the way, but they have never had a match like this inside Hell in a Cell against two other teams. And speaking of those teams, we have one more. The team that follows an ECW original. Right now, booked to be the favorites to walk out of this match, tag team champions.
of 418 pounds, the Outlaw Jackson Rogers and Ricochet, the Order.
The Order, known as the Nest, Ricochet, the one and only, and the Outlaw Jackson Rogers. These two have been tearing it up with their leader, Raven, the current reigning ECW television champion. Will these two walk away with the gold and make it so that every member of the Nest is holding the gold? We are about to see as the cage is lowered and the teams are ready. Immediately, Tommaso going off the Jackson with that suplex. Gargano trying to do some damage on Bubba Ray. Ricochet now back out of the corner. Now look at Jackson working on Devon is now... Now Ricochet hoisting Gargano up to that top rope. What is he looking to do? Fly by Ricochet! Jackson now on the outside area with Devon as the fans already chant that this is awesome. And now the strikes to Bubba Ray by Gargano. Obviously, members of DIY and the Dudley Boys going after one another fairly quickly due to how they know what they're capable of due to last month, as I said before, in that steel cage match. Ricochet and Jackson are the outliers here. They're the team that hasn't had the experience in this kind of area yet. But it does very much seem that they're holding their own. As now Ricochet trying to go for the moonsault, but Tommaso gets out of the way. Snake Eyes to Johnny Gargano. Tommaso thrown into the ropes. All team members around the Hell in a Cell structure as now Jackson seems to be going after Gargano as now Devon gets involved. Bubba Ray, Snake Eyes to Tommaso as Ricochet standing there to break up a pinfall attempt by Bubba Ray. Jackson back in the ring to try to help his fellow Nest partner as now some strikes from Ricochet, DDT. Tommaso back to his feet, but slammed down by Ricochet. Now, as all of this is happening, we can see Devon getting thrown into the structure by Gargano. Tommaso hoisted up by Bubba, able to counter. Now Jackson trying to deal some damage to Gargano, throwing him into the corner. Now shifted his attention to Tommaso. Uppercut to the back of the skull as Devon now back in the ring. All members back inside the ring of the teams. Devon doing some damage to Jackson as Gargano doing some to Bubba Ray. Devon thrown to the apron as Jackson now doing the kicks to Tommaso. And now Snake Eyes to Ricochet from Gargano. DDT from Devon. So much is happening in the short span. And then a DDT off the springboard from Gargano. Devon, some strikes back and forth with Tommaso Ciampa. Ricochet and Bubba Ray going at it as Gargano at the apron trying to find some breathing room. Face plant by Tommaso. Now Bubba Ray shifting his focus. Thrown. Hip toss. Now Jackson reversing Tommaso's aggression. Throwing him into the ropes but gets stopped on by Bubba Ray. But counters it into his own kind of bulldog. Is now Gargano and Ricochet fighting on the outside. Devon, Tommaso, and Jackson. Now Bubba going into the mix. Outside going for Jackson. Sweeping him up. And I've just been informed. I've just been given the all clear by Mr. Paul Heyman that something special is going to be happening with the tag team championships. Depending on the team that wins them, they will be personalized. They will get their own say in what they want to personalize about the tag team championships. So each team can feel unique. That's even more incentive for these superstars to try to overthrow DIY to try to win those championships. Is DIY trying to deal some damage to Ricochet on the outside, and Bubba Ray and Devon dealing some serious damage to Jackson inside the ring. This 2-on-1 attack right now is a roll-up from Jackson, but Devon there to break up the pinfall. Gargano now back in the ring. Bubba Ray rolling outside. Jackson laying there lifeless as Johnny now thrown into the corner by Mr. Devon Dudley. And look at what he's doing. Neck breaker from the top rope. And now blood has been spilled as Jackson being thrown around by Bubba Ray. Devon tried to go for a pin and came up short. Now Bubba tried to do the same and again coming up short. Ricochet stalking now back inside the ring. All teams again back inside. Devon Dudley, Bubba Ray trying to go for DIY. Jackson skull bleeding, but not letting it trip him up. Jackson and Maya both have title matches this coming week. Both matches here on Money in the Bank, and also not to forget TPW No Mercy happening in just a number of days, where Jackson will take on hardcore champion Dread. Maya taking on Miranda for the Women's United States Championship. And of course, their father, Liam Rogers, taking on Blaze. Rogers, especially Liam, having a special case here, having 4 matches this week. One on TPW, where he came out victorious. One the other day in in ECW programming. He has the match tonight, the tag team main event, and then he has the one at No Mercy. The Rogers name is definitely going to be in the spotlight this coming week. Now back to this match. It's now Gargano standing on top of lifeless bodies. Now Tommaso trying to deal in some damage, and now look at him trying to deal it. Fairy tale ending to Ricochet. Drop kick from Jackson sends him down, and trying to deal some damage to Bubba Ray, sending him into the corner. Dealing a strike is now Gargano and Devon fighting on the outside. Thrown into the steel over and over again by Devon. Now Jackson dealing some shots to Devon and Bubba Ray. And look at Ricochet, top rope, and the moonsault! Trying to get it, but Johnny Gargano stopping him in its tracks. And look at Devon going for a cover on Gargano, breaking up the pinfall for his teammate. Now Ricochet trying to go for a pin itself, but Bubba Ray stopping it there. Face plant by... Seems like the Dudley boys are cleaning house right now as they're getting the pin in, and they get it! Just in a nick of time! Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley! Your new tag team champions! ECW Originals, they still got it. As we now move on to our next match of the night. And now
Contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and is for the ECW Hardcore Championship.
open challenge for the ECW Hardcore Championship. Who will answer the call to verse Fafita?
Introducing the challenger from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 224 pounds, Jay Mitchell.
How about that? Jalen Mitchell, ECW bound, a former wrestling national champion, a former NFL star, former WWE star, but was out with an injury, letting his wrestling contract expire, and now is here in ECW to answer Fafita's call for the Hardcore Championship. How about that? And now
The champion from Suva, Fiji, weighing in at 240 pounds, the ECW Hardcore Champion, the Superstar.
the superstar known as Fafita, ECW Hardcore Champion, someone who embodies that title very much. Obviously coming out victorious against Joshua Black on ECW programming. But will he be able to not be kind of shocked here? I would expect him to kind of be surprised being in the presence of someone who has kind of been a little bit under the radar in the form of this Mr. Man known as Jalen Mitchell, especially for a title match, hardcore TLC match. Here we go. Both men ready to go for it. Jalen Mitchell ready. Sony Fafita ready. And they're off. Why did it change my thing? It was because of the freaking Hell in a Cell, wasn't it? Yeah. Ramp camera. Yeah. There we are. And now springboard forearm by Fafita, immediately breaking him in. Fafita's mindset could very much be trying to break Mitchell into ECW, break him into the company, as he now immediately goes under the ring, kendo stick now in hand. As the fans chanting that they want tables. Now look at Fafita dealing some damage and now hoisting him up by the wrist and slamming him down. Immediately back to the outside. Possibly Mitchell tried to go for a little kick, but he was too far away. Goes to the outside. It's now the ladder been put inside the ring. Both men now back inside the ring. Another springboard forearm. Seems like Fafita in control of this matchup right now, but just as I say that, flying forearm by Mitchell. Able to reverse, get out of the corner. And now to corner himself. Moonsault! Jalen Mitchell showing his technical prowess right now, throwing Fafita to the outside, showing the fans he is here. Now realizing he has a chance to set up the ladder here, possibly go for the title. Goes up the ladder. First attempt, but Fafita right there to stop him in his tracks. But look at him throwing him over. Again, going to the top, trying to hoist the hardcore title down. But look at Fafita. Hitting him all multiple times in the midsection to stop him. But now both back and forth on the ladder. The strikes from Mitchell and Fafita flat onto the canvas, trying to hoist himself back up. Could this be an upset right now? Fafita may not even have a chance to get the title. This could be it, and it is! Jalen Mitchell in his debut. ECW Hardcore Champion.
ECW Hardcore Champion, Jay Mitchell.
And now we have women's competition here tonight.
The following contest is for the ECW Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
There we go, Liv Morgan, someone who's been, I would say, on a bit of a winning streak as of late. Coming off multiple different wins against the very women she's going to be in this match with.
And introducing the challenger from Sydney, Australia, May Rogers.
Maya Rogers here, immediately running to the ring. Means absolute business right now. Needing to try to do what she can to come off victorious here. And now champion coming in. Tegan Knox.
And introducing the champion from the Welsh Valleys, the ECW Women's Champion, Tegan Knox.
These three women have been very much quickly associated with one another since the get-go. But now it's all said and done. Now they must prove it. Extreme Rules, triple threat, title on the line. Here we go. And that's what it's all about. Here we go, all women ready, prepared. Liv Morgan, Maya Rogers, Tegan Knox, Anna Roth. Maya and Tegan immediately going for one another. Thrown into the corner, and Liv Morgan off the ropes immediately. Hurricane Runner. Drop kick to Knox. Liv trying to take control of this match very early on. Russian leg sweep. Now, shoulder barge sends Knox down. Liv Morgan in complete control right now. But look at Maya now. Thrown into the ropes by Knox. Knox dropkick sends her down. Over the top rope goes Knox, and now stunned to the outside. All three women outside area. Anything could happen as she face plants off the apron. And a face plant straight into the concrete floor. Liv Morgan waiting patiently. Suicide diver comes up short. And now look at Liv trying to do some damage to Maya. Now suicide dive attempt by Tegan Knox, and that comes up short too. Now thrown into the ropes now. Hip toss, and now a table being put in play. It's now Maya getting counted out, and then a kick out at two. Tegan Knox not letting her championship possibly slip out of her hands. Is now Maya going the outside to try to think, have some breathing room. Now drop down, leapfrog by Liv Morgan, drop kick to Maya, who kind of stood in the way of Tegan Knox, trying to do some damage, but some strikes sends Knox down. Look at Liv now. And the double knees to the skull of Maya. Goes for the cover. But a kick at it too. Tegan Knox hoisting Liv up. Try to go for, we thought we were going for a pin there. Doesn't get all of it. Sends Liv into the corner. Now Maya tripping her up on the ropes. Now everyone being thrown into the ropes now. Maya kind of sidestepped away from Knox, but now needs to deal with Morgan. Drop kick. Now Knox trying to find her opportunity, going after Liv Morgan. And now up on that bottom rope. Maya seems to be getting that trash can put into play right now. Look at Knox now. Throws her across the ring area. Throwing her around, ragdolling her, but now look at Liv trying to do some damage, but Knox able to get into the way. Throws her into the corner. Maya back in the fray, and Knox not letting any of her momentum stop. Uppercut in the corner. And now, German suplex. Maya and Tegan, the ones that started this whole ordeal. And now, back smoter into the corner. Now trying to deal some damage. Submission right here. Straight onto the knee. Now kendo stick. Liv thrown to Maya's face. In the corner now. Sledgehammer in hand and straight to the midsection. And again, but Maya able to get out of the way. Stops Liv from using the sledgehammer once more. Maya throwing at the ropes, drop kick sends her down. Now a ladder being introduced by Knox. Liv looking to possibly put Maya away for good here, but Maya able to get out of the way, using some kicks to her advantage. Now trying to get possibly a submission in, but Knox with that ladder thrown out of her hands by Maya. Now look at Tegan. And the Canadian Destroyer by Tegan Knox. Goes for the cover, but Maya there to stop the count before it even starts. Now dealing some damage to the arms of Tegan Knox. Now belly to belly suplex. Now roll up pin from Liv. Roll up pin from Liv, but stopped by Tegan. And now Shining Wizard by Knox. Cover, but stopped by Liv. A lot of the finishing moves have been done to Maya Rogers. What does that mean for her to try to finish this match? As now steel chair get introduced by Morgan. Straight. We thought it was going to go straight to the skull of Tegan Knox, but Knox able to get out of the way. Now look at Maya bringing the sledgehammer to the outside, straight to Liv Morgan and to Tegan Knox, and to Tegan Knox again. Liv now paying attention to Maya. Face being pulled to the outside. Liv getting some taunting into her competition. Hurricane run to the outside. Face plant to the outside. Now look at Tegan trying to deal some damage But look at Maya able to reverse. Dealing some damage to the arm here. Will not count as a submission, but still, it's a statement. By Liv Morgan. Morgan back in the ring. Now what? Again, Tegan Nox using that bottom rope to her advantage. And the sledgehammer to the midsection again by Maya. Now aware that Liv back in the fray, using it on her as well, going for a cover on Liv Morgan. Could this be it? But no, kick out at one. Nox now back to her feet and paying some attention to Maya. Elbow drop by Nox. Thrown into the ropes. Hip toss. And the neck breaker by Maya. Nox rolls out of the ring. And now, crossface. Possibly can we get a submission from Liv Morgan? But Liv Morgan fighting her way out of the submission. Too close for comfort. Now Nox back in the fray, dealing some damage to the corner. Kendo stick to the skull of Rogers, able to sidestep out of that second strike. And now going for possible submission on Nox, center of the ring, but Nox able to fight it out. Even then, Liv was in the ring. She would have broken up the submission regardless. Now Liv, knowing that she has some damage to do outside the ring now. What is my thinking to do to Tegan Nox? Getting in that cross belt lock. And now she gets it! Just like that! Liv pausing at that very moment, basically awarding Maya Rogers the belt. Maya Rogers overthrowing the very woman to eliminate her to become champion. Congratulations as we move on to the next match.
The following champion versus champion contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the ECW Television Championship.
As he said, television championship now on the line as one of, I would say, their most heated matches here tonight, as both men here not on a very good side with fans. As we now wait patiently as we see Raven here. The champion coming out first. Possibly an intimidation strategy using by Raven. We will see soon enough. Raven waiting patiently for a man who shocked everyone, taking out some heavy hitters, becoming TPW Undisputed Champion Lane Ainsley. Not on a happy side with fans and people in the back. The real question is what will happen if he possibly overthrows Raven here and becomes champion. Holds it up loud and proud, leader of the nest. As he waits patiently for his opposition to arrive. And look at that! Both championships being held by Lane in this very moment. Obviously, IWGP UK champion. And of course, over his shoulder, the TPW Undisputed Championship that he will be defending at No Mercy. But right now, could we be seeing Lane become a triple champion? Representing all three promotions that he is under. Here we go.
Introducing the challenger from Leeds, England, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Undisputed Champion and the Action Champion, Lane Hayden. And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 241 pounds, the ECW Television Champion, Raiden.
And here we go. That's what it's all about. The World ECW Television Champion, Raven and Lane. Both men ready. Extreme Rules. And we're off. Lane wasting no time with those double knees straight to the skull. Raven back to his feet. Springboard forearm connects. Lane thrown over to the apron. Raven wasting no time trying to do some damage, but Lane able to reverse, get back in the ring. The strikes and kicks right now. Now Lane dealing some serious damage, it seems. Now that crossbody to the apron, trying to go for the springboard knee. Get a 2 count. Standing moonsault, but Raven gets the knees up. Thrown into the ropes. Leapfrog. Drop down. Sling blade. Now he gets the standing moonsault and connects. And now the signature strikes. Look at Lane going for a cover. And just like that! Just like that, picking up the victory. And what is happening to my game right now? I'm assuming game's fucked up. Apparently, Raven doesn't seem to be looking too good. But regardless, Lane, new television champion.
The following contest is a casket match and is for the ECW World Championship.
You heard that right. World Championship being defended in a casket match. This has been very much brewing since Backlash, where this man has turned back to his darker side to try to get the job done. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, confronted The Undertaker last ECW show, showing that Bray Wyatt may be gone, but The Fiend has now taken over, ready to deal out unreal amounts of punishment. There we go, the metaphorical dead head of Bray Wyatt. The two dark spirits of professional wrestling going at it in what can only be described as the most fitting match for these two individuals. As Wyatt getting ready. The fans are surprisingly torn on this match. They don't know if Undertaker has what it takes to put Bray Wyatt away for good. But at the same point, they don't know if Bray Wyatt is willing to go to the true darkness, the true statistic ways of the dead man to get the job done. The Fiend waiting patiently. Waiting for the dead man to rise up. And when you hear that gong, you know what it means. The Phenom, the dead man, ECW champion, has entered the arena. Obviously, More Than Ready has been on quite the roll on ECW as of late, ever since winning the ECW championship. But will that translate into a match that he has only pretty much brought into professional wrestling? We will see soon enough who can go to the darker place. The arms get lifted up. He means business now. They've been dealing with one another for the longest time. Coming out after matches, choke slamming one another, staying in their way. But now it all gets put to rest in a casket. Here we go. As we now go to the calls.
Introducing the challenger from parts unknown, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt! And his opponent from Death Valley, weighing in at 309 pounds, the ECW World Champion, The Undertaker!
As the championship gets passed off to our official. And that's what it's all about, the ECW World Heavyweight Championship.
There are no pinfalls, submissions, disqualifications, or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent inside of the casket. After closing the casket lid shut, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. Now, let the match begin.
The rules, as stated, pretty self-explanatory. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, the Dead Man, the Undertaker. Match now officially underway. They finally get their hands on one another. Taker, not wasting any time, is now striking the Fiend. Throwing him over the casket. What is Taker thinking of doing? Body slam onto the casket, door shut. Now, Fiend looking to return the favor. Snake Eyes off the casket lid. Now, both men trying to find a way to open the casket lid. Wrestling around the outside area, trying to go for a flip on Fiend, but Fiend steps out of the way. Now shovel, possibly a reference to being buried alive at one point in his career. Now the Fiend trying to deal as much damage. Both men stopping each other from using that shovel. And now the Fiend looking to try to put Taker away in the coffin, but it's going to take a lot more than that to defeat the dead man. Into the corn, into the rope, try to go for that crossbody. His drop kick to the back of the skull of the Fiend. Look at Taker now using his knowledge to get some control back. And now the big boot to the Fiend, possibly making him bleed in the process as Taker going for another weapon. Kendo stick now in hand, but the cross from the Fiend stops him in his tracks. Taker and the Fiend back in the ring now. And again, the Fiend throwing him into the casket. But the sit up from the champion. The Fiend easily there to do some damage to the spine of the Undertaker. Both men going back and forth with aggression here. Now Taker again being thrown in the casket by the Fiend, trying to get the lid closed shut, but again Taker almost immediately getting out of it. And now look at Taker try to throw for a choke slam, but Sister Abigail immediately reversing the choke slam into a Sister Abigail, and now trying to go for a medical claw, but look at Taker immediately countering it into the choke slam. Taker back in the ring now. Drop kick sends him down. Now the Fiend again trying to attempt to take out Taker. Stepping over and trying to close the lid, one more time. But again, Taker getting out of harm's way. Now the shovel being put back into the fray here and almost getting a strike with it. The Fiend now dazed on the barricade. Being flipped up by Taker and a leg drop to the arm. And now look at Taker now throwing the Fiend into the casket, trying to shut it on him. But the Fiend getting out of harm's way. Now Taker with the shovel. Taker. Tombstone pile driver on the outside. opening the casket once more. And now steel chair to the back of the Fiend. Try to go for another strike, but a big boot sends him down regardless. Taker, the straps are now down. That means he has business to attend to as he gets the Fiend up. Last ride! Taker bringing out the old moves. And to add insult to injury, Tombstone pile driver. Now, DDT to the Fiend, doing a lot of damage to the skull of Bray Wyatt right now as he opens back up the casket. Goes underneath the ring, sledgehammer in hand. Doesn't seem to be what he's looking for. Again, Taker being right now very much in control of this match. The champion coming out, dealing as much damage as now we see some blood from the Fiend now staining the outside area. Snake Eyes to the apron. Now the strikes to Taker by the Fiend. Trying to get back into this match any way he can. And now the Fiend throwing Taker into the coffin again, tries to close it on him. Taker fighting out again. Taker with way too much energy to have the casket closed on him anytime soon. Fiend, Bray Wyatt being thrown back into the ring. But Taker being the one to be thrown. Taker back into the ring to try to get somewhere with the Fiend with some strikes now. And the power slam. Back outside the ring, grabbing the sledgehammer that Taker didn't want to use, and now using him in the midsection. And again! Try to go for a third time, but Taker, DDT on the head of the sledgehammer. This could do it. Some strikes from Taker put into the coffin. And now attempting to shut it on the Fiend. Could this be it? Could Taker be walking away? Still your world heavyweight champion of ECW. They're struggling, but just not enough. The Fiend again throwing Taker back in the ring. And now the mandible claw to the Undertaker. Unfortunately, no submissions count here. But will that be enough to lay Taker unconscious to be thrown into the coffin? He's now in the coffin. The hard part is to close it. Could Bray Wyatt be walking away champion? fighting out, trying his best to close the coffin on the Taker, but not enough to get it done. Clothesline from the Fiend. Now the steel steps coming into play, try to use them, but Taker caught him just in time and throwing his back onto the barricade. What is Taker thinking of doing? Hoisting him up, Lost Ride! Steel chair now to the leg of Bray Wyatt. And another strike to the left leg of the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Now, what is Taker thinking of doing? Is the Fiend able to get out of harm's way? Trying to get Taker into the casket once more. Going for another attempt to close it. The Fiend trying with all his power to try to silence the dead man. But Taker getting out. Now trying to pull his arms out of his socket. Clothesline. Now look at Taker being hoisted up by the Fiend, again being thrown into the casket. Going for another attempt to shut it. The Fiend trying so hard. Bray Wyatt, just not enough damage done to Taker to put him away yet. Again, Fiend trying to throw him back into the casket. But again, Taker stopping him. Now blood staining all of the outside area, Sister Abigail. It's the fans chanting in attendance. Now circling the ring. Taker not wasting any time, trying to go for the strike. And now hoisting the Fiend up to give one more tombstone pile driver. Now Irish whip into the barricade. Thrown into the casket. Could this be Taker's chance to try to put this all away? Another attempt at closing the casket. But again, the Fiend still being able to get out of harm's way. Now, seems like the spider walk. Almost taunting Bray. And now looking for one more last ride. And connects. One more for good measure. Tombstone pile driver. And now Undertaker getting the job done.
Here is your winner, and still ECW World Champion, The Undertaker.
Undertaker winning the casket match, putting Bray away for good and retaining the heavyweight championship. And now we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Starting off, the lights surrounding, and look at a new face!
Five-way ladder match. Weighing in at 225 pounds, Callum the Dream Masters.
Callum Masters, one of those technical superior wrestlers that we see so many of, known only as the Dream, coming in for this match, ready to try to put something on the map. Now coming in as a technical wrestler on ECW, he will definitely be one to keep your eyes glued to for this match.
And from Wolverhampton, England, weighing in at 600 pounds, Joshua Black.
Joshua Black stepping in. Again, we knew that he had lost this earlier this week to, now I can say, former heavyweight champion Fafita. But what does that mean for this match? He's very top when it comes to high flying. This could be the match for him. Let's see who other members of this match. And of course.
And from New York, weighing in at 350 pounds, the Superstar!
The Superstar known as Lucifer. The very first ECW Hardcore Champion, now possibly trying to be the very first ECW Money in the Bank holder. We will soon see if he's capable of such a feat.
And from New York,
Oh my God!
265 pounds, the Superstar!
Makoa is here. Last time we saw him, he was knee-deep into TPW competition. But it seems like he's come through to ECW to be a part of this match. How about that? Welcome, Mr. Makoa. Fire has gone off. Whoa!
Weighing in at 251 pounds, Joey!
Joey Uso. We very much might have some conflicting opinions here, because Makoa and Joey are part of a similar bloodline. How about that? Joey Uso, of course, brothers of Jimmy J and Solo Sikoa. And now all men fired up, geared up, fighting for that briefcase above the ring. Immediately Joshua Black trying to deal with some Joey Uso as Lucifer going for Makoa. A ladder already in as Makoa getting thrown onto it practically. Callum dealing with Joshua Black on the outside. Makoa now trying to down to Lucifer. Joey now possibly going after Makoa. Again, conflicting opinions about those two and how they're going to function in this match. And look at Joey Uso. Springboard leg drop. As we look, Callum Masters dealing some serious damage to Joshua Black, but Joshua Black being the bigger component, just throwing him to the side. Makoa back into the ring, picking up that ladder as Joey Uso being thrown into the corners. Makoa trying to go for super kick. Makoa, Lucifer, the bigger competitor, Samoan drop. And now we see Masters on the outside again, dealing some more serious damage to Joshua Black. But as I say that, Joshua Black underhook spinning neckbreaker. Masters now in the ring. What's he think I'm doing? And that kick off the springboard. Another ladder in play now. Now Joey thrown in the apron. As now we see Lucifer being drop kicked by him. Neck breaker by Makoa to Marshall on the outside. And a super kick to Joshua Black. But look at Joey trying to get his hands on the contract. And a power bomb, head landing on the ladder. Makoa going serious power onto Joshua Black, and Marshall on the outside is now Joey trying to set up that ladder once again now as he's thrown Lucifer the outside. Now Joshua Black getting involved. Makoa and the slam down. As now Joey Uso, one rung done, 2 rungs done, 3 runs done, 4, and Joshua Black is just watching him. And just like that, Joey Uso coming out on top after Joshua Black basically practically watched him win the briefcase. Amazing showing by all men as we now go into our main event of the night. And here we go, main event. As previously stated, the winner will get to choose
Is a tag team Extreme Rules match. Introducing first from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 240 pounds, Jay the Chosen One Phillips.
as stated, the winner of this match, whether it be Jai Phillips or Liam Rogers, will determine the stipulation for their match at Night of Champions for Rogers' undisputed WWE Universal Championship. But the real question is, who did these two pick to be their tag team partners? No one knows, except for Mr. Paul Heyman.
accompanied by Solo Sikoa, representing the Bloodline. From Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds,
Roman Reigns, former WWE Undisputed Universal Champion, accompanied to the ring by Solo Sikoa and his special counsel Paul Heyman. Solo very serious right now. But what kind of favor did Jai friggin' bring in to get Roman? Roman Reigns. I'm at a loss for words. No! It's not! It can't be! Oh my God!
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
CM Punk wrestling in his hometown, Chicago, Illinois. This man is recognizable with this pay-per-view. A number of years ago, winning the WWE Championship and jumping a barricade. Wow. CM Punk is in ECW for one night and one night only, and we are not complaining whatsoever. How about that? And of course, the person that this is practically all revolving around, the championship around this man's waist. Liam Rogers. Started this over a month ago.
And from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 235 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Liam Rogers.
Liam Rogers, the man who has been intertwined with Jai Phillips since day one. And now it's gotten to this. The winner chooses the stipulation for Night of Champions. Jai Phillips and Roman Reigns versus Liam Rogers and CM Punk. I never thought I'd be able to say that, but here we go. Match officially underway. Main event. Jai immediately going for Rogers. Punk going after Roman. And now Roman trying to get some revenge. As we remember, Roman Reigns vacated the Universal Championship and the tournament was won by Rogers as the Russian leg sweep. Now the cover after the chair shot from Roman. Punk breaking up that pin. Now, both men of each area going at it. Rogers now doing some damage to Jai Phillips and Roman Reigns. Getting rolled up by Punk. But a kick out before a count could even start. Now table being introduced to the skull of Jai Phillips. Chair getting lodged, and now neck breaker by Punk. Each man has their own motive, and I've been informed slightly that it seems that Paul Heyman is kind of forced to be in the corner of Roman Reigns. Still being forced to answer to Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. He wanted to stay impartial, he wanted to stay neutral, but he just couldn't do it because of Reigns' involvement. That backdrop from Rogers. Now Jai reversing it. Jai, of course, and a little bit of a Twitter rant to people like Chris Adams, BJ Daniels, and Jordan Matthews. And now throwing Punk around as Roman now stomping on the face of Rogers. Now Jai dealing some damage to CM Punk. As Rogers trying to get a leg up on Roman Reigns. He throws him into the exposed turnbuckle corner. Rogers able to get out of harm's way though. And the kick. Now the strikes to the skull of Roman Reigns. And now trying to do some good submission as a sledgehammer from Jai Phillips in the midsection of CM Punk 3 times. And the big boot sent him down. Clothesline from hell from Rogers to Reigns. Goes for a cover. But a kick out at 2. Jai now into the ring and now using his own move against him. Bankrupt to Rogers. Goes for a cover, but Punk there to stop it all. And now Jai trying to destroy the ligaments of Rogers. As the fans chant, and I agree, this is awesome. Jai Phillips getting a kick out at 2 to Punk. Now it's a strikes from Reigns. Sledgehammer again being used by Phillips on Punk. 3 strikes. Punk able to get it. Now that kendo stick to the back of Reigns, and again, and try to go for a third, but stops in his tracks, and Roman trying to get some strikes in. Sideways sweep from Phillips to Punk, and the Reigns going for another pin of Punk. Could this be it? But no, a kick out at 2. Try to go for a high knee, and look at Phillips now with the double knees to Punk. Could this be it for Punk? And it is! Jai Phillips pinning CM Punk. Jai Phillips chooses the stipulation of Night of Champions to face Liam Rogers. And that has been our show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Money in the Bank. I have been Scott Silver, and I will see you when I see you. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.